Hello, you guys. Sorry about that. I got to brush my hair, um, but it cut me off. So this will be part two of the oral surgery. So quick real quick recap. Went for got a tooth pulled. Uh, kind of looked up. It was dry socket. He kind of said he didn't. He cleaned my teeth that right after he pulled the tooth. Overheard a few questionable things, and he never gave me any antibiotics, and he only gave me T3s. Four things uh, that I have observed in my story. So it's to continue on, second visit. And he said that I needed 2 root canals, but my coverage only would cover one. I have no money. I have no other way to pay for it. So I asked him and I questioned him, well, what am I supposed to do? And he said that, well, we can pull one and do a root canal on the other. And I'm like, well, Doc, I love my teeth here. You're going to be getting into my front ones here. I don't really care. Like, I understand the importance of the back ones, but these are my front ones. And I care about my teeth. I wanted to make sure that I still have my teeth. I'm 43 years old, and these are still my teeth. Sorry, my family. I love you. I do. But you also know I was determined not to lose my teeth. And I tried to do everything, so I'm sorry. And I'm not naming names or anything, but you know exactly what I mean. And I love you. um, but so so he kind of explained, well, it's gonna be that too. So when you smile, you cannot. But so I was like, okay, Doc, if you think so, like, what am I supposed to do? So he went and he pulled that tooth, and he started the root canal on the other one. Okay, he kind of had trouble freezing, but it was out of question. So he did a lot of freezing. So he went back and he did the other thing, and he came back and then he came and saw me, and what happened was he he pulled that tooth and then did the root canal on the other. The tooth came out. I asked him for it back. I asked him if I can keep it, and he said, "Yeah, go right ahead." So I took it home with me. But that's what happened to the tooth. Oh, excuse me. I had Pepsi. Love my Pepsi. Um, I do it because I love it, and that's part of me. Okay. Um, and my other stories tell part of my pop addiction, but anyways, or my pop habit. So what has happened was he did that. That tooth came out all full, all whatever, and then he started the root canal. And then a few days late, and this, so I made an appointment. It was still really, really sore, but I was so. This is where it really kind of gets funny, and I really start to question. I mean, like red flag questioning, because the doctors, because he pulled that tooth, and then he went and he was going to start preparing that. He left the room because he normally leaves the room. And then he came back with the prescription for teeth, just T3s. And I said, okay. And so I I take them. I don't always fill them, but I do take them just in case. I do not. I am not a pill popper. Even though I'm given these, doesn't mean I take them, and doesn't mean I do anything with them. I only take them when I need to. I'm not a pill popper, and the medication that I do take, it has been prescribed, and I take sometimes not even the full dose of its recommendation because I really do not like pills. I only take pills when I need to, but I did take it just in case. So I said, so I could get it filled if need be in a few days if I ran out or something. So and then he went and he uh, he came back. He did the root canal. All was fine. And then thing the assistant came in and gave me a second prescription, which, okay, well, maybe it's antibiotics, right? No, with another one for T3s. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense here, I said. And so she was going to take it back, but at the same time, I said, no, you know what? I'll just take it just in case. I'm thinking in my head, I'll have it for record purposes because I've been screwed over one too many times. But at the same time, it doesn't mean I need to be taken advantage of no matter what I have done. It does not give this person the right to butcher my mouth, no matter what wrong I did, because I know I'm God's child and God does not want me to suffer like that. And if it is, it's for a purpose. And I gladly accept that. If it's for this video, then it's for this video. If it's for more, maybe in His glory and not mine, okay? That's all I have to say about that part. But, so because also I didn't have no money, and I know I have made mistakes, honestly saying. So I came back, just took the T3s and thought, and prayed that this pain and what's ever going on would just go away and continue gurgling with salt water. But at the same time, I did smoke, so that I had against me, and my health wasn't the best at that time because I had a lot of stress in my life. But I was still doing. I was still doing good. I was good. But I had a few strikes against me at this time. But I still prayed. And I prayed that God, and I prayed and I prayed and I asked God for help and strength to continue to push through. And I went back to finish the root canal because he only starts root canal, so he does the 2-visit root canal thing. Who might question, I'm not a dentist. So I went back for him to finish the root canal. And I asked, and then I said, I'm still getting a lot of pain, Doc. Like, what's going on? Like, and then he says, maybe that back tooth does need to be pulled. And so he pulled the third tooth. And knowing I had no money, and I'm grateful for what I get. But I said, well then, God, obviously there's going to be a purpose for this. And I really started keeping a good paper trail and good notes. And so he pulled the third tooth. And I pray, God, that it will be better. And it wasn't, and I went back because it was really, really starting to hurt. And I have a high pain tolerance, I do. Even though I'm emotionally, like, I can cry, it takes a lot when it comes to, like, physical pain for me to really complain about it. Because I know that I am overweight, and I know that I have health issues, and I know all the wrongs that I have done, that I in some way thought I deserved it. But God kept on telling me, no, Cindy, it's okay. You don't deserve this. It's for my purpose, please. And I said, okay, God. Please give me the strength. Your will, not mine. And so I went back. And I think, Doc, I said, it still hurts. Is there anything you can do? And he says, well, I guess that tooth needs to be pulled, and it's a fourth tooth. And all this time, like, he never saw the infection growing, and I still pushed through. And I said, okay, doc. And then he pulled that fourth tooth, and it hurt like hell. And I said, doc, it's really, really hurts. That just made it worse. And then he looked at it and he said, well, we can try antibiotics. So he left me again with, every time I visit, he left me with always T3s. He's prescribed me T3s always. And he's always, and so he did this time give me an antibiotic. Very low dose. And then by that night, I was in so much pain. I was taking the T3s. I was praying to God. And he said, go to the doctor, like go to the emergency. And I know that it's not technically an emergency because it's a dentist and I understand all the things, but I had no choice. Because I was in so much pain, I just wanted to die. So I sat in the emergency room by myself. And as soon as they heard that it was a dentist's issue, they didn't want to touch me. All he did was give me morphine and send me on my way. And tell me to contact my dentist in the morning. Not even saying if the T3 worked or anything. I went home. They sent me home. And I went home. And I took the morphine and I prayed to God and I called the dentist and I left a message telling them, like, my morphine's not even touching my pain. I'm in so much help. Can you please help me? So he called me back and the reception called me back and he got me in first thing in the morning, and I went there and I was like in so much pain and my mouth was really out to here. And I could barely open my mouth. Like, I can open my mouth wide now. But before I could only do this. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, I couldn't even, like, I could talk, but it was still hard. But I pushed through it and I taught my classes and nobody saw how much pain I was in and I never let them. And I thank God for my friend MD. I love you. You were a blessing to me at that time in my life. And I thank you humbly for that. But he was there helping me the whole entire time through this. And I pushed because I'm always used to being alone. And there was other pieces of the puzzle in the thing, and you don't need to know all